Divorce is never easy, but it can be incredibly challenging when you lack accurate information about the process. In this video, we will be discussing the 5 most common misconceptions about divorce in Texas and provide detailed explanations to help you navigate the divorce process. The first misconception is that Texas is a 50-50 state. Contrary to popular opinion, Texas is not a 50-50 state when it comes to property division in a divorce. While Texas is a community property state, the property acquired during a marriage is generally considered community property and subject to division. And the division of marital property is not always split equally. The court will divide the marital property in a manner that it deems just and right, taking into consideration a variety of factors such as the parties' earning capacities, education, and health. Not all property is considered community property, and separate property can become community property if it is commingled with community property. The second misconception is that the mother always gets custody of the children. This is a common misconception that is not true. In Texas, custody is determined based on the child's best interests. The court will consider factors such as the child's relationship with each parent, the child's preferences, and the ability of each parent to provide for the child's physical and emotional needs. Gender is not a factor in determining custody, and both parents have equal rights to seek custody. The third misconception is that adultery always affects property division. In Texas, adultery is just one factor the court may consider in determining a just and proper division of property. However, it is not the only factor, and the court might choose not to consider it. After all, adultery is not a factor in determining child custody or support. The fourth misconception is that divorce is always a long and expensive process. While divorce can be lengthy and costly, it doesn't have to be. Uncontested divorces in Texas can often be completed quickly and with minimal expense. An uncontested divorce is one in which the parties agree on all issues, including property division, child custody, and support. However, it is important to consult with an experienced Texas attorney to ensure your rights and interests are protected throughout the process. The fifth misconception is that you don't need an attorney for a divorce. This is a dangerous misconception that can lead to serious problems. While it is still technically possible to represent yourself in a divorce, it is absolutely not advisable. An experienced Texas divorce attorney can provide invaluable guidance and support throughout the divorce process, including help with property division, child custody, and support issues. Without an attorney, you risk making costly mistakes and might not achieve the best possible outcome in your divorce. I hope we have provided you with accurate information and insight to help you navigate the divorce process. Suppose you are going through a divorce in Texas. In that case, it is important to consult with an experienced Texas divorce attorney who can provide the guidance and support you need to achieve the best possible outcome.